and welcome to the Golden Goal podcast. We're back for number 10.
And we're entering the mid-table.
Yeah, this is going to be where things start to go a bit downhill, aren't they?
Yeah, but not too bad.
I hope not.
Not too bad for now. I mean, 10th place is respectable.
Yeah,
I think
for
we're
sure.
respectable for this club, considering they lost an integral part of their team, which was their manager.
Southampton
come in at 10th, despite finishing 6th last season with the highest point tally and the best of a Premier League season. We're predicting they're going to go on a bit of a slump. Well, for them anyway. I mean, 10th place is still respectable.
As far as Southampton goes, 10th is a bit of a slump, isn't it? Well, I mean, I think they could do well.
I mean, it's one of those cases where they've always overachieved. And every season, for the last 2 seasons, where like when they lost Pochettino, everyone was like, "Oh, Southampton are going to really struggle."
Yeah.
And
then they lost Ricky Lambert and Adam Lallana, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, they're going to struggle." Then they lost Lovren and someone else. Lovren and someone else. They were like, "Oh yeah, no, they're going to struggle."
So they keep getting
Callum Chambers
and not back.
That's who they lost. And Luke Shaw.
Yeah, so they keep getting knocked back, but they keep coming back a bit like a boomerang and just keep getting better and better and better. I mean, to be 3 points off Manchester City and Manchester United,
that's crazy.
It's just a phenomenal feat.
That's crazy, considering what position they were in at the start of last season.
And I've seen other pundits put Southampton down even lower, and I just think, nope.
No,
they will always surprise you.
They will, especially that they pull out these managers from fucking nowhere, and they're just like, and because you can always say with Southampton, it's always like, oh, who's the favourite for that job? Are they going to finally hire Eddie Howe or whatever? And then they're just like, no, we're going to hire a fucking random manager who managed Nice.
Nice, yeah.
I want to say. I think it's Nice. Yeah, and it's just like, and everyone's just like, okay, all right.
So they must like do a lot of research as well.
They have to, obviously.
Because all their previous 3 managers have had no Premier League experience. It's
not
like they go for the safe option either.
Pochettino and Koeman were fantastic appointments. And like, I remember when Pochettino came in, after Nigel Adkins went out, everyone was like, oh, well, he's got no Premier League experience. Just like, oh, all right, mate, chill out. Like, he's he's probably a good manager. And then he came in and did far better than Adkins ever could have done.
Yeah, I just think everyone loves Southampton. Like, Southampton are probably the most liked club in the whole of the Premier League.
Probably.
They
probably just lost out to Leicester this time.
Yeah, but a bit like Leicester is in the sense of like they just play, they sell more than they buy, but they continuously get better. I mean, they finished above Liverpool in the past 3 seasons despite losing their best players.
Despite them buying all their best players.
They've got a nice little ground, St Mary's. With good atmosphere.
Emphasis on the little.
Yeah. No, but like they're just a nicely run club.
Yeah.
Quite a sweet club, and like I think people that you wouldn't wish badly on them.
Nah.
Unless you're a Portsmouth fan.
Yeah, or a Bournemouth fan.
But even then, I just think it's an attractive club for people to go to. I feel.
Yeah.
Like if you're a player that wants to play in the Premier League, what better club is there than there is at Southampton? Like location wise, just the ethos,
development,
because they've brought a lot of young players through in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall we have a look at their main strengths then?
Yes. I'm going to say their signings, but I'm going to save that for a bit later when we talk about players to watch.
I think they've got one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League.
Yeah, same.
I think they start from the back with Fraser Forster. Fraser
Forster's amazing.
He had a club record of 708 minutes without conceding the goal last season.
708 minutes?
So that's just around about 7 matches.
That's just shy of 7 matches.
7 matches without conceding a goal. He's, in my opinion, England's best goalkeeper. I feel he's better than
probably.
Joe Hart.
Yeah, probably better than Joe Hart.
I'd like to see Sam Allardyce take the risk and put him in there. I mean, he's 28 years old now. He's looking good. He looks strong, commanding. I think he has a good relationship with the defenders.
You think so?
And I think their defence is absolutely back. Is solid as well.
True.
They've only conceded 41 goals. That's the same as Manchester City did last season. So you think about how much Manchester City has spent over on their defence in recent years. I just think in that circumstances they've got a really solid solid defensive unit. They're going to be tough to break down. I don't think anyone's going to be thinking, oh yeah, we're playing Southampton today, or we're going to battle them 3-0, 4-0. It's going to be tough.
No one's going to like playing Southampton.
When you've got Van Dijk, Fonte,
Cedric Suarez, who's just come off the back of a Euro 2016 win.
I mean, those defenders are great. I mean, Van Dijk and Fonte have been linked with big money moves.
Yeah.
Well, not big money moves, but big club moves because of their age. And they haven't...
Oh, yeah, and Jose Fonte has just come off the back of that win as well.
Exactly. So I don't think they've got any problems. I don't think you've got anything to worry about. Like,
not defensively.
Defensively alone is completely solid. It's just up front which I think that's going to be worrying. I mean, selling Mane, Wanyama, Pele. I mean, you're going to be missing a lot of creativity there, and I think that's where their weaknesses is going forward.
We'll get on to that in a little bit.
But we'll get on to that.
Do you think one of the advantages, because I said one of the main advantages for Southampton is the fact they got their new manager in early?
How do you say his name?
It's Claude Puel.
Is it Puel?
Claude Puel. He's French.
Yeah. So. He's really good at developing the young players.
Is he?
Yeah. No, because Nice had a very young team and he got them into the Champions League.
Fair.
He played a 4-3-3 formation, which is what Southampton play. So he has emphasis on the back four. I mean, and Nice did not have a lot of money at all.
Yeah.
I mean, for them to finish in the Champions League spaces is pretty phenomenal in itself.
True.
What else have I said about him? Yeah, it's just his development record as well.
Oh.
For bringing players through is pretty good.
I didn't know anything about him. The only thing that I really knew about him was that he once got Olympique Lyon to a Champions League semi-final.
But he has had criticism because he never won the league with Lyon. But then he's not going to be challenging under the league. That's the one bad point I had about him. Is he got to the semi-final with Lyon, but he lost out to Bordeaux. Remember when... who was there? Who was the manager then? Laurent Blanc was manager of...
Bordeaux. Really?
Yeah, that's when they won the league.
Was that time?
Yeah, they won the league under there. So and they were favourites. That was back... Do you remember before PSG had this massive influx of money and wealth? And it used to be... Lyon used to be went through... I think they won 6 years in a row. From about 2003, 2009. I think Lyon were the French champions.
Was that Bordeaux or was that Montpellier?
No, it was definitely Bordeaux that year.
Because I know that Lyon just missed out when Montpellier were flying high in the table, and that's where Arsenal got Giroud from. I'm not sure whether that was right.
But I remember he got some scrutiny for that, but then since he's been at Nice, at a club that is probably similar to Southampton, then both of them overachieved last season.
Yeah.
Southampton finishing 6th, Nice finishing 4th. And yeah, Southampton have obviously done their groundwork. Like you said, they brought him in early, and they brought a manager that plays a similar formation to what the players are used to, and a manager that is overachieved at a club that you wouldn't expect to finish that high up in the table.
True.
So you can see there's a lot of parallels. So there might not be a lot of changes in regards to, although they've got a new manager in, it's not like they're going to be changing their identity and changing the way they play.
It's not going to be tearing up any trees.
It's not going to be tearing up any trees. And you can see that because they haven't bought that many players. And there hasn't been too many changes. I mean, they sold more than they bought in.
True. That's true. I mean, as far as weaknesses go,
mine's the mentality of the club in general. What does it say about a club that finished 6th, that had the best season in so many years, but yet still selling their best players?
Yeah.
Each year, they're just a feeder club.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad because you think Southampton, what happens if they had kept all those players? What if they had Benteke, Mane, Luke Shaw?
Benteke?
Benteke played?
No.
I'm thinking
of Villa.
Yeah, no, sorry.
So it'd be Ricky Lambert, Adam Lallana,
Mane,
Luke Shaw,
Wanyama.
Callum Chambers, Wanyama, Mane.
Did Chamberlain used to play for Southampton?
Yeah, well, that goes back a long time though. You could say, what if they kept Walcott and all that?
But even then, you still think they're still in their 20. If they kept it over this long period, just the players they've developed and then sold.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not good.
They're 3 points finished on Champions League. Surely, if they had those players, they would have finished up a lot higher.
It's like what's the point in like going, oh, it's all right if we sell them, we'll just invest in new players. It's like, no, invest in new contracts for them. Keep the core together.
It's almost as if like clubs nowadays, like the likes of Crystal Palaces and the Evertons, the Stokes, all the teams surrounding Southampton, you know, the teams you expect Southampton to be on the same level as, are all signing players, and they've made massive signings, whereas Southampton are still a selling club, and you just worry that they're going to fall behind that pack.
I wonder whether they will, because it almost seems like Southampton are actually being run as like a proper business, in the sense that like they're bringing in players and then selling them on for more. It's almost as if like the owner is actually treating the club like a business.
And where's this money going? Because
yeah, exactly.
They would have got 17 million for Wanyama. Pele, I think he sold for about 20.
Pele was a fair amount of money.
30 million or something like that.
Mane was a lot of money. Mane was upwards of 30, wasn't it?
So you're thinking there's just shy of about 100 million for those three players, which is good business, I guess, in the sense that they got a lot of money for what those players were actually worth.
Are you sure? 100 million?
Well,
so 30. So let's say 35 for Mane.
35 for Mane.
55, 70. About 70.
So still 70 million is a lot of money for like three players. And where's that money been invested in?
True. I mean, players. I don't think they've signed that many players, have they?
No, not at all.
The players that I had that I said to watch out for, I had 3. Those are ones that I know of. I'm not sure whether I've missed any out.
And the players they sold are so influential.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when you look at what Wanyama brought to that side.
And what I'm worried about is that when you talk about the players they've sold, they are attacking-minded players. Like, where are these goals going to come from? They sold Mane, who scored 10 goals last season. Pele, who scored 26 in 2 years. I mean, I'm just worried that they're going to be seeing a lot of 0-0 draws. They're not going to be scoring a lot at all.
Well, I mean, they have other strikers, but the problem that they're going to have is that their other strikers are so injury prone.
Well, didn't they sign Redmond from Norwich?
He's not a striker, he's a winger.
Or a winger for like the goals.
Well, yeah, but in the same sense, like, you can't rely on a winger for goals.
It's almost as if like they replaced Mane, well, with someone a lot worse. Yeah, who scored 6 goals last season compared to Mane's 10, and Mane assisted about 9 last season. So it's almost as if like you're replacing fantastic players with mediocre.
Well, you just wonder about what Redmond can do in that team, though. Because, like, you look at someone like Jermaine Defoe, where he was at lackluster for ages, and then he gets into that Sunderland team and he's banging in goals. Like, it all depends on what your side is. And, I mean, well, I think that you're more concerned about the wingers. I'd be more concerned about the strikers if I were a Southampton fan, because you've got Shane Long, who is a good striker, really good striker, and I like him, and Jay Rodriguez, also a really good striker. But the problem that you have is Jay Rodriguez is really injury prone, and then you only have one striker.
And especially as he's going to be playing 4-3-3, most likely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they're going to need like the attack.
They need at least one striker. Yeah. And I mean, unless they're going to bring in Sam Gallagher and Ryan Seeger, who are youth prospects, into the side, you think that they're a bit light, let's say, in the striker department. And that's going to be a massive issue for them if Shane Long then gets injured.
Especially with like Europa League as well.
Yeah, and they've got Europa League football.
So they've got that as a distraction.
I mean, I'm not sure to be honest, I don't really have anything else to say about Southampton. Like, it's really unclear.
It's really unsettling, but the only reason why I put them this high is just because of the defensive
core. Yeah.
Because their defensive core is better than any other in the league, in my opinion.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, no, I just think that they're completely solid. I mean, I'd have Fonte in a heartbeat, at Man United. I just think he's absolutely fantastic. And Van Dijk had such a good season last season.
Yeah.
They've just got a very good understanding when you watch them play. It's like Man United playing Southampton tonight, and I'm not expecting us to... the fans are going on about how we're going to win this 3-0 Pogba's first match. I think it'll be a 1-0 win, to be honest.
Right.
I think they're just solid. They're just so well organised. I'm just worried they from who they've let go, they're just missing that creativity, and it's gonna show in the amount of goals they're gonna score next season, which won't be as many as last.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Who's your player to watch for them?
I have a couple. I think that I had one of the ones that you had. I had Nathan Redmond.
Yeah, he was my one.
Yeah, I had Nathan. Do you want to go on about Nathan Redmond then? You can have it.
Well, he's 22 years old. He's scored in his debut versus Watford last week. So, that's encouraging signs. Because I think breaking that duck... I know, obviously, he's a winger.
Yeah.
But, hear me out. There's a lot of talk of him transitioning to play forward at the moment. That's why I've talked to him about the goal scoring. So he can play up front as well. And for me, scoring your first goal on your debut, it's breaking that duck, isn't it? It's showing that it's... I think for any striker that moves, all eyes are on you. All eyes you when you're going to score your first goal. More so in your defence. I think for a striker, it's about making that first impact. And the fact that he is his age as well, it's all very exciting for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Norwich shouldn't have let him go. I'm just hoping he's got big boots to fill though.
Yes.
With Mane and Pella going. So, big season for him.
Yes, for sure. Speaking of big seasons, I have Pierre-Emile Højbjerg as my player to watch. He, honestly, in my opinion, is one of the most talented young centre mids in the world right now. He is fantastic. He sits deep in that kind of Xavi role. He's really technically gifted, but physically he's not all that. But the vision that he has on the pass, and his expansive view of just everything that's going on the pitch is so impressive, especially for someone so young. And it wasn't even that they got him really expensive. He was cheap from Bayern Munich. And I mean, well, cheap for what he is. And I'm so excited. I'm really excited to see him. I think he could be so instrumental to that Southampton side. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was the next one to get snapped up from Southampton. I have him and Alex McCarthy.
I just think that...
Because I rate him.
I just think that Southampton...
I
think that Southampton... I don't think they're going to be the most entertaining team to watch. But, I mean, if he's a gem within that squad... I think we talked before about how it's an exciting season for West Ham, Everton, in our last two previews.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's going to be an exciting transition for Southampton.
I don't think so either.
I think it'll be interesting because see the new manager and see whether or not they can maintain this amazing Premier League campaign they've had since they've got promoted. But for me, it's not going to be as exciting, exhilarating, and 10th place.
Watch Southampton play the best tiki-taka football and destroy Manchester United 8-0.
Oh gosh, yeah, I don't want to say this. I feel like I'm cursing, mate. Tonight's match.
Yeah, and I said Alex McCarthy as well, but I'm not sure if he's still there. I think he might have moved to Crystal Palace. Recently. So that's disappointing. But I think that's all we have to say on Southampton, really, because there's not really that much that we know for sure.
No, it's all a bit uncertain at the moment.
And I think that's a theme that's going to happen a lot now, because we're going into mid-table.
There hasn't been that much attention on the club.
No, and also it's just there's not that much that we're absolutely can say, right, we're 100% certain about that.
But if you can just drop in the comments where you think Southampton will finish.
Yeah, drop a comment. Oh my god, my throat. Drop a comment about where you think Southampton will finish, because I think that, to be honest, like I said earlier, I think Southampton could finish anywhere between like probably like 5th and 17th.
It's just, I think it just goes to show how unpredictable the Premier League is, really.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we've put them 10th after they just finished 6th, and yet people go, yeah, that's reasonable. In fact, we're like optimistic about them. Doesn't that go to show how mental?
From what the predictions I've seen and I've read in the newspapers, they're kind of averaging like 13th, 14th.
That's
We've
mad.
just been very generous to Southampton.
They finished 6th last season, and yet people are saying, "Oh yeah, no, 13th, 14th."
They're one of those
finished this
teams that
season.
just everyone just like
Underrates.
underrates, and then they just go and surprise everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope they do well. We like Southampton here.
I'm sure they'll do well. I'm sure they'll like
They'll be safe.
do at least decently. Yeah, they won't get relegated. Safe.
Yeah.
That's a nice note to end on. Don't worry, Southampton fans, you won't get relegated.
2 boys in Buckinghamshire being like defiant about this.
It's alright. Alright, okay. Yes, leave your comments about Southampton below, and leave a like if you enjoyed this podcast, and subscribe for more football content. We're gonna, after we finish these previews, we're gonna get on talking about actual Premier League stuff, aren't we?
Yes.
Stuff that's happening, you know, current news.
Well, it's not too bad. Like, as long as we get these previews done by
It's
the
alright.
end of the
As soon as
transfer
we
window.
catch up, we're going to get straight on that and start actually, you know, talking about, you know, fucking
Current affairs.
affairs.
Anyway, we'll see you later.
Alright, we'll catch you guys later. Have a good day. See you later.
Bye.